Sanders RC channel, guys. Me and Papa are here hanging out tonight, looking at his latest work of art here. He's got the Westland Lysander all put together. I've just got a few things to button up on it before it's ready to go. So, Papa went out and got him a new airplane this week after seeing it in person.
Yeah, we went and Wesley had mentioned to me that on Facebook Marketplace that he found one of those old
I think it's a
Hangar
Hangar
9 Twin Otter.
Yep, the big one.
That's got like a
100 inch?
no, it's not that big.
It's pretty good
But
size.
it's big. But it's not that big. I think it's like 80 inches.
80 inches, it's big. But you
But
all
it's
seen
big,
it.
and I like the airplane. If you like the way the small otter flies, I thought, well, if it flies that good, this big one should fly just as well. So, another project. I've got a lot of projects.
I've got a lot of projects right
Yeah,
now myself.
we need to, we're going to try to, I've got all these wood airplanes that I'm trying to convert over to electric, and that's kind of the way we went. Since you're looking at this one here, I had a good time with this one. Go to Hobby Squawk. The bill's on there, on what I did on this airplane. Very nice airplane. As I said on there, the first thing that I noticed out of the box was the quality of the build, of the building material, the way it was built. You couldn't ask for anything better than this. Beautiful airplane. The graphics are great. They're not waters transfer. They're stick-on graphics. I just can't really say a lot of negative about this plane. It was just straightforward as far as putting it together. I think I had it together. On the Hobby Squawk, I usually try to give you guys a day-by-day blow, but I was putting this together when we went down, when we had the Farleys here, and then we went down to the Fun Fly. So some of that's kind of been, but I said 4 days to build it, and you could put it together a lot faster than that, but I usually just take my time, as I've told all of you. So 4 days is what I've got on the Hobby Squawk thread, and you can look at that.
And I wanted to say real quick, while BitGo Hobby is down there in the chat, thank y'all so much for helping support the Mary Boozer Fly-In. Guys, we didn't do a live show last week. We got back from the fly-in, and we were plumb wore out. We had a week of everybody being here, having fun. It was great. I will cherish meeting the Farleys and Dave in the actual real life. But big thank you, BitGo. They did, I believe it was 2 airplanes. I believe it was the PT-17 and the Fun Jet. I can't remember what its name is. It looks like a little Citation. And we do thank them for helping support the fly-in a lot.
Yes,
thank
we
you
did.
guys
We
for
did.
being part of
We
that.
had a wonderful time. I know that the club down there really appreciates everything that was given in to make that fly what it did, and we had 6 boxes of toys, complete boxes of
I think it was
toys.
6 or 7. I don't know if Lori has the picture loaded up right now.
But
by
the
any
good
chance.
news
Probably
is,
not,
all
but
of that, we all had a good time, but the
I got
kids
no
are
fun.
even gonna, they had this same thing last year, and I think they tripled in the toys that are going to be given to the kids this year. So that's the good news, is that there'll be that many more kids getting a.
This guy, I got the Legacy shirt on. Pilot Ryan, he sent us a nice donation for the kids too.
Yeah.
Big thanks to him. And I'm going to try and remember everybody as we go tonight. I was trying to find the picture. Here
Big
you
Go
go.
Bobby's in here too.
Big Go Bobby.
Oh, this is probably why the volume's so low.
Let's see. Can I get that up there where y'all can actually see it? Oh.
You may have to focus the actual camera. It's on,
Oh, is it on manual?
yeah.
Hey, there it is. But there you go. There was all the boxes of toys. Sorry, we're not as cool as normal. We don't have them loaded up tonight. But yeah, it was a great event, guys.
But there's going to be some kids that would not have had gifts that will have them this year, is what I was trying to get at. So all of you people are to be proud of what you donated, and it's for a good cause. And we just can't say enough about everyone that gave us anything to make this thing a success, and we hope to do it next year.
Yeah, we hope to do it again. I see Hanger 51. He came out to the event too. Always a good time hanging out with Kenny. We got to fly together. He had an LX P40 out there. I've never actually seen it. It's big in person. Little floaty thing though.
Big and slow.
Big and slow.
Yeah, if you want a big and slow P40, you got
There it
that.
is. Yeah. And he had a couple big airplanes out there. He had one of the Flex RV8s out there. He was flying that at night. That was a lot of fun. Man, the mosquitoes would come out and eat you alive at sundown.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rich Baker, the RC Informer, he was there. He had brought a model from FMS to give away, so we had that. It was really just a great event, guys.
Air Marshal was there.
Air Marshal was there. He killed a V900 into the trees. We've got it on film. Lori
Jeff
just
from
hasn't
Lower
had a
Alabama
chance.
was
Jeff
there?
from
Jeff
Lower
from
Alabama.
Lower
I've been able to.
Alabama.
I know what
I
Jeff
tell you
looks
what,
like
I'm gonna
now.
give to heck with Jeff, but I gotta give Jeff's wife kudos.
Oh yeah.
The lady she's pretty close to Lori. The lady sat out there with it raining under the pop-up
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
SUV with an umbrella.
And watched this whole thing.
No, she was reading a book, and I mean, Jeff, you got
You got a good wife.
wives in the world. And I asked her if she wanted to go to the RV. She said, "Nope, I'm staying right here," and she did. And I didn't even see her hitting one time. I mean,
Right.
That's the good news.
Well, she beat me then.
Mike SSI was at
Mike
the event.
SSI
We got to
was
meet
there.
Mike.
Mike's a
I
great
believe
guy.
Mike was the one that had the balsa plane out there. I can't remember what it was
I think
actually
he-
called.
Yeah, he
I think
had
he
a
did.
real kind of a.
He's in the chat. I don't remember what it was,
Tell him
Mike,
what
but you
that
had
was.
a balsa
The
plane that was
balsa
beautiful.
Plane, it was a beautiful plane. It was kind of like a racer looking thing. I forgot what it was.
Dennis Farley. My wife says I need to go back down there. She's tired of me already. Hey, okay, so that leads me into another thing. So the whole point of the title tonight is we are going to be taking off some time from the live show. Lori is going to Texas to visit her family for the month of December. She can work from home now, so she's taking her computer. She's going to work from home, but she's going to go spend some time with her family. And during that time, we're not going to do the live show. It's better when we have Lori and we're a full team. We've been doing this for 2 years straight, guys, and we just want to take a little break for a little bit, recharge the batteries. We've got tons of projects to work on around here. There will still be new videos coming from the Merry Boozers channel. We'll still be putting them out weekly. We have plenty of stuff in the can that we'll be releasing over the next coming weeks. But we are going to take a break from the live shows for a little bit. It's not that we don't enjoy being with you every week or anything like that, but from time to time, I have a very, very loving wife that puts up with a lot of RC toys in the house and events and all kinds of stuff, and sometimes I need to give her a break, guys. So she will be going for the month. We're going to be taking a break from the live shows. They will come back at the beginning of the year. We're not going away or anything. Like I said, there's going to be new films from us or videos weekly. But we're going to take a little break for a little bit and everybody recharge their batteries. That's just how it is.
And I mean,
And you're going to be gone too. You're going to Texas. When's
No,
that?
they're not
Aren't
going
you going out on an
Texas.
RV trip again?
no.
I thought you had another RV trip in like a week or two.
Well, I'm going to camping at the Rainbow Springs.
Oh, it's here in
I'm not
Florida.
going to Texas.
I thought you were going on a big long trip
Once a
again.
year to Texas is
Oh,
enough.
I thought he was going on a big long trip
And then we
again.
had all them Texans here last week.
Right.
Yeah,
Enough
Yeah,
Texicans.
we've been Texican out.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, I'm just kidding, Farley. I'm just kidding.
We enjoyed you
here.
being here, guys.
But no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm a little bit. Well, another thing, I got to go back to playing softball.
That wears old Papa out when he
For about
starts
2
playing
weeks,
softball.
and then we take a break till the first of the year. Then I'm hot and heavy until March or something. So anyway.
But guys, every once in a while we're going to have to do that. I've got to let Lori have a break from RC planes. This is not her love and passion like it is mine. And I have a very understanding wife that puts up with this week in and week out. And every once in a while you got to let her have a little bit of a break.
Now, one thing, I mean, when I come back here, we had hit 4,000.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that, I come back here.
Feels like
first
yesterday.
of
It's growing
November.
like crazy.
So we're at, says 4,510. We may get there at Christmas, don't know. But
Yeah,
we're gonna say
maybe.
the same thing we did last year. We've already announced the gift we're gonna give away,
Right.
5,000, but we will not tell you when
When
we're
it's
gonna do
gonna
it.
And guys, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little bit behind. The numbers are growing so fast that I didn't think that we'd get to 5,000 this fast. But I've still got to make the airplane, and I've got to paint it and all that. He's got to pop it on and everything, and just I don't know how fast the giveaway plane is gonna happen. It is gonna happen. We are gonna give an airplane away at 5,000, but it just may not be right at the time of us hitting 5,000, just like last time. And I want it to go to one of you.
Yep.
The guys that watch us every week. It's going to be the same deal as last time. I'm not going to promote it all of a sudden one night. I'm going to just be like, all right, here it is. I'm giving this airplane away, and you're going to have a chance to have a $500 gift.
EQRC's in here, and I want to put a shout out to him. Thank you, EQRC, for putting all your videos out about Papa and his girls.
Yeah, you got all kinds of Papa
If
girls
you don't-
on there.
If you want to see what Papa girls look like, go to
Wanda
EQRC
Straley.
and watch his videos.
That's funny. Wanda Straley. That's Lori's grandmother.
Well, it's
Or it
actually
might be Angie on
It's actually Angie on Grandma's.
That's funny. Lori does make some good breakfast burritos too. Dennis has actually had them now.
Boy, those guys can eat, can't they?
Man.
I tell you what, if you ever invite the Farleys, you better kill a bull.
Oh man.
But they can't eat. Them boys know how to eat now.
Hey, I promised them when they got here though they wouldn't go hungry, and they didn't.
Nope, they didn't go hungry.
They had to remind me a few times. Hey, it's 11 o'clock and you haven't fed us. Oh, sorry. And we were busy, man. It was one heck of a going and blowing week, I wanted to get them out to more of Florida, but every time we turned around, we were doing something to do with an airplane or a car or whatever, and it was a hopping week, man. I kept telling them, damn, I need a vacation from this vacation.
I haven't got the RV refrigerator fixed yet.
No.
Just so you know that.
But we did clean it.
We did clean it. I looked at everything, and it's got to be some kind of electronic part that's not working.
We fought this we got the RV set up for the Farleys the first night they got here, and everybody moved into it, and we went to put all the drinks in the refrigerator. Well, for the life of us, we had every button in that RV to make the refrigerator turn on, could not make it work. So we ended up getting coolers out and dumping them on ice.
Hey, Gavin, make sure they understand I gave you a girl that was clothed.
Right?
I gave him.
Yeah, the stickers were a big hit
Yeah,
too.
well, I've sold quite a few stickers at the event. I hope everybody that got one and will enjoy it. I mean, that's my goal on the stickers. What I thought everybody would enjoy them, sticking them on airplanes and things like that. I even got one of them on this plane.
Yep.
It's not politically correct, but who cares?
I don't remember what. It's just the
It's
Red
the
Devil.
devil.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the devil riding the bomb. Huh?
Let's see. I got the autofocus is off right now, but I'll try and pick it up. And y'all guys, I don't know how well y'all have seen this. Dad got it all put together, but I'm going to try and hold this up here. We got our Boozer sticker. Let's see here.
That's what they're for. I don't care if it's politically correct or not. It looks good on there. I thought he did.
Oh, wait.
Like the little devil riding this little bomb.
There you go. There's our Boozer sticker.
And Lori did an amazing job of transferring my artwork over to the stickers. And yes, this is not a politically correct airplane. No, it did not have a 4-blade.
Yeah, we've got a 4-blade prop for now. I've got a 3-blade coming for it, everybody. So yes, I know this isn't the correct prop for it. Sorry. But for now, it's what it is.
But if it flies good, it might.
It might
with a
stay to the
4-blade
4-blade.
prop.
If it flies good, that's right.
Yep, if it flies well with a 4-blade, it might stay that way.
But yeah, it is a good looking plane. The HE-111's all together also. I've just got to get my button
Plane,
here.
I'm telling you guys, this Tower Hobbies Phoenix, right?
Yeah, this is from Tower Hobbies.
This is
Distributes
Tower
it. This
Hobbies
is a Phoenix model.
is very well constructed.
Mhm.
The monocoque, I'm going to call it Monocoat, cause that's what it is.
It's what it is, yeah.
I mean, it's Monocoat.
They might
It's
call it
not
Ultra Coat.
Ultra
I don't
Coat,
remember what they call
whatever
it.
they wanna call it, but it is a Monocoat, or what I call Monocoat. Very, very good,
Oh, it's still out of
coverage on this
focus.
thing.
Whoops. Sorry, Laura.
Sorry, I'm touching the microphone.
I forgot to refocus the camera when I
I'm
walked
out
away.
of focus. Damn. My good looking face. So,
All
anyway,
that.
let's talk, you know, we do, just so everybody knows, you know, we was talking about projects. We got to get the HE-111.
Wait, the HE-111's built, the motors are on it, the ESCs are in it. I just gotta sit down and actually hook everything up and make sure it's all working correctly.
And so it'll be coming.
It's any time now. That one's imminent.
Another project will be the B25, the LX B25. We've got-
The BEC is sitting on top of it. We just gotta change it out. You've got your prop adapters made.
Yep.
So the LX B25
should be in
is
the process.
right there. It should be done anytime now.
This one's up for
This one,
flight.
motor, ESC, all the servos, everything are in the Lysander. I've got to sit down and just put the. I do have a new Spectrum AS3X receiver. Haven't ever done one before, but I'm gonna get Dave to help me with it, and I'm gonna learn how to do the forward programming on this new receiver. Make sure it's mounted right. I want to do a video series on how to actually do it in this airplane, so that you guys can know about it. That's at the end of the day, that's the whole thing.
We actually took out the Twin Otter and put it on floats.
EQRC. Bring in the HE-111 if it's not too much trouble.
Oh, it's out in the garage.
I could get it. It's not that
I
big
thought
a
it was
deal.
at Papa's house.
No,
No, it's in the garage. I could go get it.
but yeah, the HE-111 is almost there, guys. Just all we got to do. I mean, we've had a very busy time here with everything that's coming
And
along.
Joseph, the spinner that's on this airplane isn't going to stay on it. I've got a 3-bladed propeller spinner coming for it. So no, it won't be this sandstone color. That's off of a Spitfire. But I had it, and it looked better than no prop on it right now. So it might fly it. I don't know. It depends on when I get the other spinner in. But
He wants red. I want blue spinner.
yeah, blue would look good on there too. I didn't even think of a blue.
No, red, blue, white,
Whatever.
One of these colors. Silver would okay.
What plane is this? This is the Phoenix models. You can get it from Tower Hobbies, and it's the Westland Lysander. These were on sale, 2 or 3 months ago, and I couldn't resist myself. This plane was $130 on sale, and I jumped all over
I
it.
cannot believe this plane was $130.
Yep.
I mean, guys, this is all built up.
And this was my first Phoenix airplane. They have a zero. They've got a bunch of airplanes over there on Tower Hobbies. And after getting this one, I wouldn't mind doing any of them because this is a very nice airplane.
I'm telling you, the quality of this material and the quality of workmanship is
Yeah.
very
And it's
high,
actually,
very high.
it's hard to tell right there. I'm going to stand it up real quick. It's actually a very big wingspan airplane. You can see that.
It's about 6 foot.
Yeah, wrong way. It's that way. The wingspan is huge on this thing, though.
I'm sorry, dog.
You're okay, Dad. I was just trying to.
I ran up the dog.
But yeah, it is a good looking model. It's got hatches on the bottom where it needs them, so you can work on it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
let's show them that.
Let me pick the airplane up. Let me get over here on the camera. And
I'll
you
pick
can,
it
Let
up,
me
you
go
open
Top
it.
Shot.
nah, it's easier with this one. Just use the front camera.
Oh, that's okay. Top Shot's not working anyways.
Okay.
All right, you can stand it up right there, and I can just run this. So let's zoom in right here.
Just show them how
Here,
some of it works.
Focus.
I'm getting there. Give me a second. Wrong way. Yeah, so hatches where they need it. We've got Futaba servos in here. We didn't need anything crazy. These are just standard old Futaba servos. But hatches where you need them to work on the plane.
Yep. And then the gear is bolted in
Yeah,
here
here
through
we
these
go.
holes here.
There you go. Yeah, you can see the gear just bolt in right here. It looks like you drilled these.
No, they were covered over.
Oh, they were covered over and you had to cut them out with a
The
knife.
holes were already there, but they were covered over, so I had to cut them out.
And it's 2-piece landing gear. I can see it's
Right,
cut so you
right.
can slide it in and slide it in. this is if it was a nitro plane, you could have your exhaust coming out. You can't see what I'm pointing at right now. There is actually a scoop right here, though, that's actually in the cowling. Yeah, anyway. I've really been happy with it. All the out here on the wings. Well, let's see. Can I turn that? Keep holding that right there for a second.
Really nice latchy hatch.
The
I
wings.
mean, it's a.
Oh, I'm not looking over there.
It's actually kind of like a bomb drop release thing. Anybody see that?
There you go.
See it?
Zoom that into the middle of the
Right
screen there. There you go.
With the metal barb sticking
Yep.
out here. Okay.
It's confusing, but there you go.
Anyway, yeah, really, guys, the thing is, if you would put this together, it would be quite an extensive build here.
Yeah.
But and the struts are really nice on it.
They pin in with
They
just
pin
like
in right
a
here.
body key from like a car.
If you take it off, they lay flat on the wing here.
Yeah, like the keys you're used to seeing on like cars, like RC cars. It's that kind of a clip.
Here's
that you
another. I really
a
like this
hairpin clip.
feature. In the old ones,
Here you go, Dad. I'm gonna zoom in a
I
little bit.
used to have to put these together. This used to be a light ply right here. This where you mount the servo under, and then you have to glue 2 blocks. But this is all molded plastic, so you didn't even have to
Yeah, and then
put all this together.
it's
came-
got a servo mount on the other side of
yeah,
it
yeah.
that's pre-built into it.
Yeah, the rubber, the plastic has got the servo mounts made into the plastic. That's why this is different color here. But I like the idea. I mean, it was a lot easier for me having to put that together. The tail wheel goes right straight. Got it all done.
You'd have to turn it.
It goes up and
Let me see.
does a
Like
turn
this.
up here and
Turn it towards me and set it on the gear. There you go. And now I can zoom in on that.
yeah, the tail wheel just it comes and you come straight up and then you bend it into the rudder and it fits in here.
Down a
It's
little
all
bit. There you go.
latched in here. The metal is in here, and it goes straight down through the fuse. So that's kind of it's not unusual, but that's the way it's done. And then, where does the batteries go?
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you
Let's
that.
see here. Let me
You
turn.
gotta get it out of the way of everything before it fall over everything.
Right? You gotta have to kind of pick it up just a little bit.
Yeah,
Let me
Here's-
let me tilt this down.
you gotta make sure that the cowl is missing everything so you can get this off. But it just comes off right like that right there. Little guy, you put your,
There you go. I can turn it.
this thing's kinda crazy. But you put your battery right straight down in there. You can see the battery strap that I put in there maybe. I'm trying to turn it the right,
Right there.
way. Right there.
Perfect.
So there you go.
Hang on, let me get a little more light.
And you got all kinds of room up here to put anything your receiver and everything. Can you up here in this part of it, the glass part, your receiver well here's the receiver.
It hasn't been mounted
I
yet,
haven't
but
mounted yet. That's Wesley's job. But it mounts. You can strap it up here with all these little holes. The satellite receiver should go up here and this up here, and the main receiver will come down here. And the cowl was really. You got to have a Dremel tool. Whenever you're putting these together, your Dremel tool comes out with the sander to be the easiest thing to cut all the plastic out with. But that's what I did. How I did the cowl. The cowl comes in 3 pieces, so it's not that difficult. But yeah, it's a really kind of a neat way they do that. And
I like that they thought of a battery guy like us
oh,
for the
yeah,
hat.
show it's got a real cool
Oh yeah, let's
gauge.
see here.
Gauges in the thing.
This is weird to hold this.
They're really
Let me focus
detailed
it.
instrument cluster in there. I don't like the guy that's in there. I'd rather have him more a little military looking, but
Yeah, it's got a really nice raised glass over the instrument panel.
yeah, it's really,
Hard to get you guys
really
in there.
nice instrument panel in here.
How
But
much ironing on this one?
Nothing yet.
You know, really, it didn't come out of the box wrinkled. I didn't have to heat it or iron it to getting the wrinkles out. It came this way. I mean, I didn't do any type of where I had to
Re-shrink it or
tighten the
anything,
cover
yeah.
or anything on this. This is the way it is. Beautiful. I mean, the
I couldn't
covering on
cover
this-
one this nice.
You know, I could, but I mean, it's.
I couldn't. He could. I couldn't.
But there is no flaws in this anywhere that I can see. I mean, the quality is really here. guys.
I'll show them one spot, guys.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
some people complain a little bit about. Hold that right there where that tail is showing. And just because we're all about being honest, there is one spot that a lot of guys complain about on this airplane, but I don't know of any way you could do this
What
any
is it?
better.
Oh, this compounding here?
That compound curve right here.
Are you kidding?
And I get it, but
Cover
some
that.
guys don't, and I'm just telling
Cover
you.
that. Now let me see you do it.
Right, that little spot right there, that crease, there's some little spots in that. But it is so minuscule. Most guys that actually do balsa know that is almost impossible to make that curve
Well-
without a wrinkle.
Well, this is really what's really crazy about that is this is all put together.
Right.
Normally, if you was building this piece here would be separate, and it would probably fit down in there. You would cover this first, then you'd slide it down in there. But this is built all as one
Right,
piece.
that's all covered
So
in one
that's how
piece.
then they have to try to cover all this, and that's not easy.
No. But I just wanted in
Look, I mean, there's not a bubble, there's not a
right.
dink or nothing in there.
But
Whoever's doing this knows. what
In
they're
all
doing.
fairness though, guys want to know that's
Okay.
the one complaint I ever
I don't
hear
have-
about the covering.
I don't have any.
I don't really complain about it because I know
I've
how
done
hard
it
that would have
before.
been.
But
yeah.
I give him no.
That's
no
being
credit
nitpicky,
on-
but
But
yeah,
I
we've
will
been
say-
really happy with it.
I will say that I do recommend that you, if you want to look at those Phoenix models on Tower Hobby, if they're like this one, buy one.
Right. Especially when they went on sale, I forget when that was. It's been 2 or 3 months ago. They had a big sale on Tower Hobby. And this plane was like $130. All the Phoenix planes are on sale. And I wanted to buy one of all of them, but can't do that all the time. But yeah, when it went on sale, I was like, oh man, I gotta get one of them
But
for the price.
I'm gonna make the same disclaimer that I did on Hobby Squawk on this channel right now. When we put one of these together, unless we use the recommended power system that the model manufacturer recommends, and if we deviate from that, do not buy what we have
Currently.
installed on here until you see our video
Right, of us flying it.
of us flying it in the front performance.
Because we don't know. Right now I have the Spitfire power system on it, but I'm going to change the prop to the HE109, something like ME109. It's the same power system we have on or same prop setup we have on the HE111, but this is a hotter motor, so it's going to be turning faster.
So we are going to try to, the HE111, which comes off the TA152, or is it TA?
It comes off the TA152 or the
It's German.
yeah, I can't remember what it is. Anyway,
But
we don't know which ones are going to work. I do have a smart ESC in this airplane. Jason sent me that to try. I haven't ever had one. I have one in my E-Flight P51, but I've never tried one in a balsa. And then we have, like I said, the smart receivers and everything in here that I've never tried. So, I'm
this
excited
is-
to try
this
some of
is
them.
going to be a totally smart airplane.
right, this is going to be a full smart airplane.
We got the receiver, we got the
Mhm.
transmitter.
There you go. Lori's got it
We got
coming
everything.
for you guys. If you're curious about this, are they in stock right now?
They are not in stock, but they are still on sale.
Oh, they're still on sale.
One set.
Well, I hope they're coming back then.
Now,
It says next shipment's
now I
going to be
will
March.
say,
Okay.
and I will say now, guys, if you are a gas person,
There you go. Put that up there.
if you are a gas person, this does come with a spinner for a
Yep. It comes with a spinner, a gas tank, all the stuff
all
for
poop on and put it together
Right.
with gas.
if you want to do gas. So there you go. They're not in stock currently right now, but they are coming back into stock in
March.
March. January, February, March. So about 3 months. It's balsa plane. Everybody knows it's COVID. I said the bad word, sorry, but sometimes the shipments are taking a little bit longer right now. But it isn't discontinued, it's coming back. So if you want one of these, keep an eye out on them. It still looks like, I mean, even the price that it is, it's what, 180 something right now?
It's $174.99 right now. It's
174.
normally $244.99.
Yeah, so I mean, even at the price it is now, that's a steal of an airplane. So
Why did we not use the spinner? It is actually for a gas.
two blade. Well, it's also for a 2-blade propeller, and I wanted to run either a 3 or
It was what we.
I didn't want to run 2-blade.
But now another reason we're doing this is we have some stuff sitting around. You know, here's another reason we're trying to give
Dennis,
you the
if it only
option.
had a smart pilot.
Or a smart guy that's putting it together. But here's another disclaimer. We have, since we've been in the hobby for quite a while, we sometimes have some stuff laying around.
Mm-hmm.
So why buy it if you have it laying around?
I already had the motor for this airplane. I had this spinner and this prop, and you know, why has it got a 4-blade prop? Well, I had it. I didn't have to buy it. I bought this airplane. Nobody gave this airplane to me. This wasn't given to us for a review or anything. I bought this airplane. And my thought when I bought it was, I already have the servos, I already have the motor, I already have the spinner and the prop, although it's a 4-blade, not a 3. Are we crooked or something? Lori's fixing this. Anyway, that's why I bought this airplane. And I said, it'll be a fun one to review. I've never flown one. This is the perfect size airplane to me.
Well, we're still, what we've done in the last 3 is try to give, and well, we need to say that too, if you haven't heard us say that, what we're trying to do is give you that sweet spot as far as these warbirds.
The title shouldn't say that.
The 1700, 1600, 1700 foamy warbirds, we're trying to give you the same thing in the balsa, so they're easy to take to the field. Most of the time, you will not have to take the wings off. If you have something other than a Volkswagen or something,
It didn't say that when we started the show, did it? So there, somebody's saying it says unboxing the free wing Gripen, and it did this to us last week. When we started the show, it didn't say that. But if it changed again, I don't know why it did that. Somebody wants
I
to know.
just fixed it again.
So you fixed it again. There you go. It should be fixed again. Somebody wants to know the wingspan. I don't remember. It's pretty good size.
Yeah.
Hold that. 75 inches.
75 inches length.
75-inch wingspan. To the cowling, 41 inches. So it's a very big wing, but it's a very short
I'm gonna
fuse.
think it's gonna come in between
5
5 to 7 pounds.
Yeah,
5 to
somewhere
7
there.
pounds. That's where it comes in at. Anytime it's
Yeah, they have 126. It's not from them. Motion has
yeah,
126 inch
Motion's
one.
got the large Lysander.
I think that VQ has one too. Well, they're not VQ now. That I think he sells Seagull, but he's Legend Hobby now. VQ is slowly becoming Nexa at Motion, but yeah, there's several versions of this airplane. The only reason I went with this one, like I said, when I bought it on sale, this was like $130. And that's why I said I want that one. I had been looking at the one from Motion for a long time, the big one. But I started looking at it more and more, and this is a lot more.
We don't have any of the 1700 warbirds.
No, I don't have any
They're
here.
all at mine.
I don't have a single one here, Dad. You can go look all you want. They're not here. But yeah, this is a lot more economical airplane to put together, though. This one, you've got 4 servos, and I use standard servos, so I've got like $40 in servos. The motor was like $40, and the ESC was like $70 because it's a smart ESC. Anyway, I built this airplane for under $500. You couldn't have bought the kit for the big Lysander for what I have this whole airplane put together. And with that 120-inch one, you're going to be looking at high torque servos. So you're going to be paying $60, $70 a servo on it.
You're gonna come out
And the
with
motor is going to cost
$1,000
you.
or
Yeah.
more, $1,200. I bet
And-
you'll come out $1,200 on that big one.
There's nothing wrong with that. don't get me wrong, we like our big airplanes too, but I can't do very many of them. On the channel, it's hard for me to do big airplanes just
Well-
because they're so expensive.
One big airplane equals 4.
Yeah, one big airplane or equals 4 of
3 or
these
4, so-
on the channel that we can do, you know?
Guys, that's why we're doing this size, because of the content we can put on the channel. But at the same time, I really believe, I still think this is the sweet spot.
Where do you buy your servos? So it depends. This has Futaba servos in it currently. I believe I bought these from Horizon Hobby. When we did the Nexa P47, I put Freewing servos in it. Some people were like, oh my god! And I was like, why? They're digital Metal Gear servos, and they're $12 to
So,
$18 a piece.
Another thing I liked about the Freewing servos is you can order them by different links.
Right, and the other nice thing when you do
Oh.
free wings, we both like our free
I
wing
know.
servos. I have no problems with one. I've
We
never had one fail on me. Probably gonna go out next time and it's
No.
gonna go right in the ground, but so far I have never had one fail on me. And I've been using those digital Metal Gear servos, and I think I used the 32 gram free wing servo for the elevator on there, and then the rest of them were 17 gram digital Metal Gear servos on the P47. And I've flown it several flights now, not had any issues other than the retracts, but
Go to Hobby Squad, look up that build video,
Right.
and you can get all the numbers on those servos. The good
Oh.
news is there's a record of it. If you like Hobby Squad, go in there and you can find all that stuff there. And we didn't change anything on that one.
yeah, right now Joe Pellegrino, the ARF of this airplane is 175 at Tower. But when I bought it, it was on sale, is what I'm saying. And it's still on sale now, but this plane is normally like 2 something. But yeah. Anyway, like I said, for servos, that's my 2 go-tos. I like the free wing ones on these smaller airplanes. The only reason I used these Futaba servos that I had is I had them. They were in a drawer, and I said, let's just use them.
What'd you say the length of the wing was again?
70.
I don't remember. We
70.
measured a second ago. Do you remember,
Do
Lauren?
it again.
It was like 72, 73.
75 inches, I think.
Somebody was asking.
75 inches
75 inches.
That was off.
in the flesh.
So 5 foot would be 70.
It's actually pretty good size, guys. If I stood it up on its wingtip, excuse me, Dan. No, wait a minute.
That's touching the floor.
That's touching the floor,
Wesley is
and it's taller than me.
almost.
I'm not even on camera still. It's got about another 5 inches off the screen. So, I mean, it's a pretty good size airplane.
And it's got that unusual wing. I mean,
Yeah.
but now, okay, guys, this.
I didn't mean to make this whole show about this plane.
Another thing about this airplane is there's no retracts and there's no
Yep.
flaps.
No retracts to tear up.
The only reason I mentioned that is if you take those things out, it's going to be a cheaper model to build if you take those things out. Now, a lot of people like the flaps, and I understand that. A lot of people, I love retracts myself, but every
Yeah,
once in a while,
Slam
it doesn't
that
hurt
or
to
I can
have
read.
an easy. But that makes this model a little bit easier to assemble.
And it makes it cheaper.
It
That's
makes
the
it
at the
cheaper.
end of the day, no retracts to tear up. If you want a grass plane, there's nothing to break under here whenever you land, unless you really plow it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna plow it, it's.
If you're gonna plow it, it ain't
Now,
gonna matter.
There's another disclaimer, I guess. Before you move to balsa, make sure you get your skill levels up. I mean, I would tell you, if you're new at the hobby,
Stick
stay
to
with your
foam.
foam planes until you get good and, you've really worked all that out. And then if you can fly the foam planes and not tear it up that often, then move on to your balsa. But until that happens, stay with your foam.
Right. And the next, I guess the next big balsa plane that I'm gonna do, I think is gonna be that Hangar 9 Hellcat. I've been looking at it for a long time. I think that's gonna be our next big project. Once these have all flown and we get done with all this stuff, I think my next balsa project is gonna be that. But currently we've still gotta get the storage reflown. I want to get it out there where it's really
We gotta
flying
get to
good.
B-25, we've been trying to set forever.
Well, I'm talking balsa planes
Oh,
right now,
balsa,
but
okay.
yeah, the Storch, this, and the HE-111. Kind of after all those have flown and it's all successful and good, I'll probably do the Hangar 9 Hellcat next. I kind of want to do a big timber, but I kind of don't. I don't know yet. They've got the big timbers from Horizon. I really like that airplane too, but I don't know. I'm kind of a Warbird guy, and here lately, the only way to get a new Warbird is to build one out of balsa, unfortunately. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that, but we're kind of in a Warbird slump. Everybody's in jet mode lately. So if you like Warbird, and you don't mind doing what we're doing here, there's a bunch of them out there in wood. I mean, a bunch of Warbirds out there in wood. But unfortunately, as far as this size goes, there's the E-Flight Mustang, which I have. There's the 1600 millimeter Spitfire from Flightline, which Dad has, and the 1600 millimeter Corsair, which Dad has. And then there's the FMS P-47 1500. And I think most of the other planes in that group, the Zero's still made. There's a 1500 millimeter Zero. The P-40, and I think that's all the foam ones I can think of in this size range. Now I know there's some smaller ones, but I like this size. I like 6S, and even some of those FMS planes, if they come back out with them in 6S, I'd like, oh, I forget, there's an FMS Corsair that came out again this year. It's
Yeah, the large.
the 1700. I'm pretty good on Corsairs right now, though.
Let's touch on that one.
I still feel that the Flightline is the one to go with, though. Honest to God.
agree.
after
Flightline
seeing them,
Corsair is the one.
If I had to pick between the Flightline or the FMS, I don't own the FMS, full disclaimer. But I've flown the Freewing, and I've seen videos of the FMS or whatever, Flightline, and I still think I'd go with the Flightline Corsair. That is just a fantastic airplane.
And nobody asked this, but we're going to fly this airplane on 4S.
Great.
Currently. 4S 5000.
I'm going to fly it on a 4S 5000, and if it's underpowered, then I'll go to something else. I might do like the Corsair power system. That's a 3-blade. But we're going to try this first. I think it's going to be plenty of power. Dad's kind of worried about it, but I told him, I said, this is a slow plane with a big wing, and the lighter we can make it, the better this airplane's going to fly. And you start putting a 6S battery and big prop and all that.
I'll give Wesley credit so far. He's been correct on everything so far as his picking the power.
I really feel like this is going to be plenty of power on this airplane. The airplane is lighter than it looks. Everybody thinks that a balsa plane's going to be heavy, but they're actually lighter than the foamies if you do it right. But with this small motor and the battery up in the nose, the CG's going to be right on the money. And I really think, a lot of the videos I've seen of it is somebody's got a gas engine on it and they're flying at 100 miles an hour, and it just doesn't look right to me.
I like the 4-blade prop.
I kind of like the 4-blade prop too. Everybody else doesn't like it, but it might. Who knows? My airplane at the end of the day. That's something I want to tell everybody
I
too.
want to make a disclaimer again.
All right, disclaimer, man.
P-47. Next to P-47. We told everybody to use the FMS Corsair. Was it 1600 or 1700?
1700.
The old one was the 1700
It was the old
too?
one, yep.
So, okay, it was used. The only thing, it's got, the new Corsair has the same motor as the old one.
But the prop's a little longer now.
The new Corsair has an 18 by 11 prop. The old Corsair that we're using has a 17 by 10
Something like that.
prop. Now, when we was talking to the RC Informer, which does all the
FMS stuff, yeah.
he is trying to get them to change the prop.
And we'll see.
We'll see.
He said they had sent him a new prop for it, and he was going to be making videos on it. So maybe they're going to release maybe a high performance prop for the airplane. We'll see.
But anyway, that's the disclaimer.
The other thing that we have to do on our Nexa P-47 is the landing gear. We've had issues out of them after putting quite a few flights on it now, and I think we're going to have to change something on the struts of that airplane.
Yep.
And we'll keep you up to date with what we do on it.
I don't know, something is they got the
They-
old
they keep
strut system.
turning.
The old metal system that we had back in the early 2000s, I had some of these on some airplane that I had, and they did the same thing. They go up there, there's a metal barb sticking down, and the strut goes up there and tightens down with some Allen screws, and next thing you know, this thing starts turning, which the wheel starts turning, and they turn in, and guess what?
Yeah, it goes.
So,
And that big old 4-blade prop, at least it doesn't ever hit my cowling because it goes over on that prop and goes.
So we're experiencing that problems. As soon as we fix that, we'll let you know.
It's never been that the prop was too big and it hits. It takes off fine, but when you land, I can hold all the up elevator I want. And
when
every
those
time the wheels
turn
go
in,
like that and the plane goes bloop.
So, but we didn't experience that.
It
on
didn't happen the
two
first
flights.
couple flights, yeah. It just started happening afterwards. And when I've tightened them, and there's flats on them, and
Okay, yeah.
it's just, it is what it is, unfortunately. I'm going to have to look for a different
Welcome
option.
to hobbying. Welcome to.
If you want them to come out of the box and be perfect, buy a foam one.
So, well, we're gonna have a big Christmas. You've
Yeah.
got the shitter full, and that was a good one.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny.
Merry Christmas. to
It
all.
sounds bad. What happened? Is he talking about something else or right now? We
I
sound
think they're. talking
Somebody
about
else sounds bad? Okay. Anyway, yeah. We've got loads and loads of stuff going, and like I said, guys, we still love all of you, and we will still be back in the future.
Well, this is gonna give us time to kind of
Catch up and just catch our breath.
Yeah, guys, we don't want to complain about it. We're not complaining. We just need. Well, Lori's not going to be here, so you know.
We just gotta
without
have a little
Lori,
break, and without Lori, yeah, we fall apart.
We are nothing without Lori.
We kind of fall apart around here without her, so yeah.
But you guys that have met Lori, you know what we're talking about. She's the filmer that won't. I mean, but we got plenty in the can, like Wesley says, to release.
Oh, there you go. When the prop scrapes on there. Yeah, Dennis got to see it in person. It doesn't sound too good. Yeah. I do thank Dave Air Marshal also for selling me that beautiful P-51. I now have an E-Flight P-51. I've been flying the heck out of it since he sold it to me. That's probably the plane I flew the most at the flying. It's either that
Speaking
or...
of Dave, look
I
who
only
just popped
knocked
in.
Huh?
Speaking of Dave, look who just popped in.
Oh, look. Aloha, boozers. Nice for you to come back. Dave Kowalski, thanks for stopping in. Good to see you, sir. Like I said, we'll be gone for a little bit, but you can always message me. I talk to Dave Kowalski almost every day, and same thing with Dennis Farley and the RC Air Marshal. That's right, the RC Air Marshal is Papa's sleeping buddy.
Yep.
They were snuggling in the RV. They had a snore off,
Yep. We slept together.
but yeah, I've really been enjoying that plane.
And the funny part is, we were betting each other which one could snore the most. We lost.
Dennis.
No, we didn't. No. No.
Oh, yeah?
Was it Mitchell?
Mitchell?
Mitchell could.
Was he
could
rolling
cut
freight
some-
down
oh,
there?
Man, he could cut logs. And he was on the bed, man.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I had a great time. I'm so glad Mitchell and Vance got to come out with us too. It was all just look at Air Marshal. Yeah, that Mitchell won for sure.
His name is not Vance, it's Lance.
No, it's Vance.
Vance.
No, Lance.
What was it that I was calling him?
I don't even know. You were calling him all sorts of names. You could not get it right.
No, it was Vance. I'm right. Yeah, he would do this, but it was with a V. I screwed his name up about 19,000 times. I finally got it towards the end though.
I think you were calling him like Zanch.
Zant? I think I kept calling him Zant. That was it, with a Z.
That's what.
Yeah, but man, we had such a good time, guys. Having them here in person, it was great. I hope that Dave can come back down in the future. I really enjoyed hanging out with Dave, and he's not too far away. Dave is the new owner of a Freewing F-15. He got it from me, And he told me this week he was looking all over for what kind of pin Dad uses, his Zag Rider or whatever it's called, because he was re-papadotting all the new parts that I gave him with it too. Because he was going to put the new wings on it that aren't screwed up, and he's going to hang it on the wall and look pretty. But he wanted to change out the beat up parts that were on it, but he wanted to re-papadot them.
Hey, you should
So-
show him that little carbon rod right there.
Yeah, and he left me this wonderful drinking straw.
No, really?
Yeah, this is out of a Freewing F15. It comes with every one of them. It's for you to drink out of. So, if you're ever wondering a carbon fiber drinking straw, you can order an F15.
Doesn't he need that?
He did. He left it here.
Doesn't do him any good
Yeah.
here.
But anyway, hey Dave, do you want to buy a Freewing
Freewing
F15
F15
wing spar? Wing spar? Got one right here. So he did up and leave that here, but he said it turned out he had one out of another airplane that was exactly the same size.
Well, I've showed that Zig Rider. I don't know how many.
Yeah. He went back and he found it in and it was funny because he said he found it in episode 2 of season 1. Blah blah blah. He was like, "Here it is! I found
Here
it."
it is. Here it is. I showed it. I thought I showed it on camera last week, but I don't. I showed a lot of people it, but I don't remember where, when, or whatever. And people gotta get tired of it.
Mitchell Farley's in here too.
My dots
I asked him
anyway.
if his ears were burning. He
His
said they
ears
were.
were burning.
Hey, Mitchell,
He
your
said
ears
my
burning?
that's what he said. My ears were burning.
Boy, that guy can. And for a young guy, he can snore.
Oh, but we did. We had a wonderful time. I'm glad that everybody got to come. I'm glad I got to share some of the experience we had, even though it was a little bit, through YouTube with you guys. At the end of the day, that's half of the fun of this. It's getting to share it with everybody. And like I said, it's going to be sad to be away for a little bit, but when we come back, it's going to be
Look
even
what's
more.
popping.
Vance! Look, there he is.
Who?
Vance! You know,
Vance Farley.
Vance.
Yeah, there he is.
Vance!
Vance.
That's what he kept saying. It's,
Lance.
but with a V.
It's not Zant.
Not Zant. No.
Lance, but Vance. Yeah. But what-
Yeah, he said, I found your live stream from like 2 years ago and you were dotting Pilot Ryan's T-45.
There
That
you
he
go.
still hasn't flown on his channel.
I thought he threw it in the trash.
I think he has too. Ooh.
Is he in
Who won
here
the
yet?
awards? What
Never
awards?
seen
Oh, the
Oh.
awards. We have pictures to go with the awards. It will come eventually as Lori gets some of those out.
It's been a long.
I can't remember everybody that won.
Yeah, there we go. LJ Hobby Life.
LJ
He won-
Hobby did.
he
definitely
won the
got
best crash.
He crashed 3 right in a row, and I walked out there after he crashed the 3rd one, and I said, "Here, take the award. Quit crashing stuff. You win." It was pretty funny. Scale Flight. I can't remember the guy's name. I don't have them all in front of me. I'm bad with names to begin with. Jerry McGee, you guys have seen
He got the
him. He
fastest
ended up
plane.
getting the fastest plane with his Outlaw. I think he did a 175 with it.
I think it was 165.
We were racing back and forth all weekend, but of course I can't wait to win my own trophy.
V1200.
Yeah.
What you was
I was with the V1200. He
Yeah.
was with his Outlaw.
Matt M got best jet.
There you go.
That's the guy with the Blue Angels.
No, Matt, the
Yeah.
guy that got best jet had a Freewing F4 that was all repainted. It was not the Blue Angels one though.
I
The
thought-
Blue Angels one was the guy that got best Warbird, and he had a Tiger Cat that I gave that to.
Something like that.
But he also, I wanted to give him everything because he did make a lot of great stuff. But I also tried to make it where everybody got to win something.
And
LJ Hobby Life was who got best crash. Kevin,
best balsa or foam. Somebody's asked me balsa or foam.
do you like balsa or foam better?
Well,
I like
I'll
them
tell you
both,
what,
but foam has ruined me. I like my
I'm
foamies.
gonna have to say, I'm kind of a foamy guy. I mean, really, I like the balsa. I mean, it's hard. I mean, ugh.
Here's my thought on
You know-
balsa
you
versus
know-
foam.
I tell you, I'm gonna be real honest. Putting 4 screws in there
It's damn nice.
is damn nice. And
But-
me spending 4 days putting it together, it's really pretty and everything, but I mean, and I like balsa, but
My thing,
man, when you can take them out of the box.
well, here's my thing on balsa versus foam, and I think he's going to agree with me on this, is if I can buy it in foam, I'm going to buy the foam one. If they don't make it in foam, but they make it in balsa, I don't mind doing a balsa plane. They don't make this airplane in foam. I'm not going to go out and put a P-51 together, because there's too many really good foam ones now that are 4 screws and I'm done. With the E-Flight P-51, it's the last P-51 I ever need. If they make a B model or they make a repaint of it, maybe I'd have another P-51.
And,
But it'd be foam.
and the last thing is, you think this one, you're gonna be repairing, or are you gonna be buying a $50 wing?
Right.
And the foam takes a lot of, I mean, the foam is tougher than these balsa
Oh, yeah, the
planes.
foam
I mean,
planes
I'm
are
sorry,
way
but they're
tougher.
Tougher. I mean, this thing feels really rock solid, but you hit it like you do those foam planes, you're gonna knock the end off of it, you're gonna be rebuilding it.
Yeah, you don't just
So,
stick it back on when you break
and-
one of these off.
or glue a little bit back on, or
Right.
whatever. It's not as easy, these are not, everybody knows this, but it's not easy to repair these plastic things.
Who won the best custom? The best custom.
I don't
cannot
remember the guy's
gentleman's
name.
name. He was a member of the club there, but he came out
Oh,
there
yeah.
with like a 7-foot C-130 Hercules that was all scratch built,
Yeah.
done up as Fat Albert.
I mean, it
Hang on.
ridiculous.
I got a picture of it.
Now, we're gonna give them, while he's looking for that, we gotta give, Jet Fest,
E-Jet Fest.
I don't
remember when it is though.
yeah, February 4th through the 7th, isn't it?
Maybe. I don't have it wrote down in
But, everybody, if you're a jet guy, Jerry and the club will have that coming up in February, E-Jet Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you could go find that on
IRCC
Imperial RC.
website.
Yeah.
The IRCC website. I'm sure you can find it on there.
Okay, IRRC website.
Imperial RC Club.
There you go. So anyway, put that in your calendar for if you jet guys. You gotta focus. There you
I'm
go.
getting there. Sorry, it's not like up on the screen pretty, but there it is. Yeah, you can see the free wing F-15 sitting behind it, so it was really good size. It was beautiful airplane, guys. Yeah, and it made for some great pictures. I don't know if you can see that, but everybody had their F-18s. And then, like I said, not the easiest thing, but yeah, we had all the Blue Angel stuff out there. It was beautiful, but he won best custom airplane. You can't get much more custom than building it out of a box of sticks. Anyway, that's who won that.
And it was a pretty good trophy for that one.
It was. And the trophy for the best custom plane was a Winnebago with wings. If anybody gets that joke.
Now,
It was called Eagle 5.
about what I prefer the best. I do like to assemble these planes if I have the time to do it, which I have plenty of time. But when sometimes, Wesley, I think I need to get it done so we can get it on the channel. And anyway, but I do like the assembly part of it. That's just me because I did it a long time ago, and I didn't call it a build, I call it assembly, because I'm not building anything. All I'm doing is putting things together and make sure they fit right.
Now, Gavin didn't want me to mention it, but I sure did see him saying it a lot there. He did kill an F-18 out there. Might as well say it since he's mentioned it.
Well, he said he's
somewhere.
got his new parts on the way, so I think he's.
He did the something that's a rite of passage, unfortunately, in this hobby, and he took off with his ailerons reversed.
You did a pilot run.
Unfortunately, it's kind of a rite of passage in this, and you know what? I bet from now on you'll check to make sure they're the right direction.
I do it every time I go out there to fly. I mean, I'm sorry, but I just get behind that airplane and go left, right, up, down. And I don't trust it. I
Check
just
it
look
when
at
you go out there. It takes 5 seconds, and you learned a valuable lesson that day that it takes 5 seconds when you're sitting out there to stand by the plane and go left, Okay, left, right, yep, up, yep,
Yeah.
down. It just takes a few seconds, but man, it sure hurts when they're going the wrong way, because then it took off, man. He took that F-18 off, and it came off the ground beautiful, and then it went whoom like
Turned
that.
over and skidded down the
It
runway.
skidded down the runway, yeah, but learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to mention it, but since you're bringing it up so much, it happens. Welcome to the club, man.
One
Yeah.
other thing about balsa, I'm gonna.
Now, if you would have done that with this plane, you'd have had 10,000 popsicle
I've
sticks.
said this in my bills on Hobby Squawk, and I do mean it. If I do believe somewhere in your RC experience that you need to at least try one balsa airplane. What I would tell you to do is make the first one simple airplane, kind of like the one that's here. No frills, and making it a good flyer so you get a good experience the first time, and you don't run into something that you just hate the first time out. This would be a good experience. It's not that difficult to put together, so that would be my recommendation.
It's just different, guys.
It's
You
different,
know?
but I still think that anybody that is an RCer, that is a true avid RCer, should try at least one balsa.
They're
plane.
different. They're pretty.
They
There's
fly.
something about them when people come up and look at them, they go, "Oh yeah, that's pretty." Yeah, you know,
But-
and you just don't get that with the foam plane as much.
But
It's
I
not
used
that
to
I don't
say-
like them, though.
I used to say that the balsa and it's still not. A balsa plane is not as scaled as the foam planes. They can't. I don't care what you do to this airplane, unless you you start tearing it apart and you start scaling it more. These airplanes will not be anywhere close to scale. Now we're getting more close to scale as far as the power system. I mean, you can put a 4-blade prop on it, you can put a 3-blade prop. In the old days, on gas, it was really hard to do and get the power correct, other than with a single blade, 2-blade prop. So now, with what I'm really enjoying about the balsa, and I keep telling you guys, what I'm enjoying more with the balsa is trying to get it more, which we didn't do with this one right at the present moment, but getting it as far as scale to the prop and flying it at scale flat.
Gavin, reach out to the RC Air Marshal on Facebook if you're wanting to give him some information. That'd be your best way to do a private message with him. Or there you go. There's Dave Marshalls. He's a grown man. And everybody that wants to ask him receiver questions, now you can call him nonstop. I thought it was 867-309 or something.
86753.
Oh, 867-5309. That's our Air Marshal's entry number.
I thought it was BR 549.
I don't get that one.
You're not old enough to get it.
We're all too young for BR4519 or whatever.
BR 549.
What is that? Big Red 549?
I know there's somebody old enough in here to understand what BR 549 means.
Nope.
I've heard of a program called Hee Haw Junior Samples.
I've heard of Hee Haw.
I've heard
but
of
I
it,
know
but I've never
nothing
watched
about
it.
it.
You're talking before I was born by a lot.
Anyway, BR 549.
Anyway, guys. It's Jenny's phone number, that's right. And she knew Jesse's mom, exactly. Or whatever, you knew the whole thing. There was a whole thing to it.
What if
How many we got
Je-
in here tonight?
what if
Lori?
Stacy's mom was Jesse's girl and her number was 8675309?
There you go, that was the thing. Yeah. I don't know, 60, 50, 40,
47.
something like that. Whatever. It is what it
It
is.
is what it is.
We don't care anymore, guys. I really don't. I try not to look at our subscribers. I try not to look at numbers like that anymore. I just want to have fun, and if you want to come along for the ride, come along for the ride. It's never about money or anything with me. I just want to have fun. I mean, it's cool. I look down and I go, oh man, look, we got 4,500 subscribers. That's crazy. Call her up on Spanked Line. What?
Oh god, oh no.
Oh.
Going
Anyway,
in different directions.
it's not about the money for us. It's about having fun. And anybody tells you different about us doesn't know their butt from their elbow. We're just here to have fun, guys.
I know another number. Call Lonesome.
Call Lonesome
7
77309. Is it 309 or 305?
309.
You sure?
Yeah.
Rang her number by mistake.
Gotta go to that old country and western and know that.
Don't let us start singing. I was singing for the Farleys when they were here. They didn't like it.
Yep, Junior Samples called BR549.
Nope. That was before me. Joseph Youngblood must not have too young a blood. Hee-haw.
Yeah, that's where we go.
Well, anyway,
So
like I
what
said,
else?
are you-
No, let me think. I was thinking about.
all right, I'm gonna get a soda.
We've
You
already,
think?
we've already told everybody. I wanted to make sure
Hey,
we,
give me
we
one.
plugged
What do you want?
the E-Flight,
Surprise me.
E-Jets thing coming up, and
Yeah.
because the person I sold or bought that airplane from, he's really into jets. And another thing is on that when they say jets, are they turbines down
No.
there too? No turbines.
E-Jet
Jeez.
Fest is an electric
okay.
jet.
Well, I didn't know what that stands for.
E-jets, electric jets.
Yeah.
So-
It's only electrics at that, but it's at the same field that the Mary Boozer flying was at. And,
Pearl Harbor. So I'm sorry, guys, if I gave you any if that person is here tonight, his name was Cox. I don't know if he's here tonight, but he.
The guy you bought the plane from today?
Yes.
And
Yes.
Papa was mean. He didn't even bring his new airplane over for us to all see. I thought
But
it was.
it's not ready yet. I've got, as if you buy used airplanes, then you've got to be able to fix used airplanes. And this particular airplane had motors on it, gas motors on it before it was converted to electric. So by the way, that's what I asked you on here. If anybody knows this Hangar 9 Otter, the big Balsa Otter, does anybody know anyone that has the cowlings for that plane?
Oh yeah, he had told me he wanted to ask everybody that. If you know anybody that has a set of cowlings,
For the E-Flight?
I think it's Hangar 9 that made that plane.
And you're right, Hangar 9, I'm sorry, thank you. Hangar 9, large otter.
Otter. It's blue and yellow and white.
Yep. If anybody knows anything about, whoa, scared me
Sorry.
to death.
Sorry.
Anyway, Dad's in the market for a set of cowlings for that airplane. If anybody has a set of them, they would turn loose up.
If you don't, I'm gonna have to do some fiberglassing, which it's been a long time since I've. They're actually fiberglass cows, just like all these cows. So you can fix them, but it's a long drawn process, and I really don't want to do it. But if I have to, I will. So, and maybe I can show that on the channel. We do have. What do we call it?
Carbon.
Look at your son.
I was over here like.
Oh, shoot. But anybody, so you guys think about that, and anybody have one of those that went down in flames and maybe the cowlings survived?
Because I don't think they make it anymore.
No, I don't think
And I
so.
don't think they have the spare parts for it anymore. So
No, I never did.
hadn't looked yet. We don't know,
Never
but
did think about going in there, but Hangar 9. is-
they might still be available. But I kind of doubt it.
And this guy, whoever put those motors on there, he cut them up bad. I mean, there's more holes than there are cows on things. So
Right.
and,
That's the nice thing about electric planes nowadays too. You don't have to cut your damn cowlings to hell when you put a motor in them.
No, I mean, that's right. You don't have to vent you normally have to cut a hole for the carburetor.
You can
to
still
breathe.
buy the fiberglass cows pre-built. That's what George Watt says. You got a link to that, George Watt?
Really? Pre-built, you can buy them?
Make him a moderator if he has a link. I know George. He's in here every week. I don't mind him being a moderator.
All right. You can still buy fiberglass cows pre-built.
George, if you have a link to those, you're a moderator now. Drop it in here for us,
All right.
so I can look that up
Right.
later, or
Oh,
Lori can
please.
say.
Please, I don't.
Yeah, we don't want to have to
I don't
rebuild
have
those if you still
fiberglass
know where they
things.
are.
And fiberglassing stinks. It's a pain in the rear. You have to build it up. I mean, if anybody's ever done
Vince
all
Farley,
that
Wes, what new planes have you bought this week? Nothing. I bought an airplane ticket for Lori. That was that ate all the what?
Well, you did get a new car.
I did get a new car, but I
You
did
should-
not get a new airplane. I'll
You
show
should
you
show
the
off
new
your
car.
new car.
I'm pretty proud of this one.
Did, what? A new car?
Car.
Ah. Is it a Ferrari?
No.
Not a Ferrari. It's better.
It's better than a Ferrari.
Lamborghini?
Nope. Much better than a
Tesla also?
Lamborghini. Nope.
Tesla?
Nope.
No?
You'll laugh when you see it, trust me.
No, it's a Model T.
No, not a Model T.
So Wesley's into slot cars. I understand that the Farleys enjoyed the slot car.
And I know it's not for everybody.
But
And it lights up and everything. I'll get it out of the box.
Really, Back to the Future. That ought to give it away.
Hey, it's Pilot Ryan.
Hey, Pilot Ryan, his ears were ringing. We were talking
Hey.
to him.
We want to know what happened to the T-45. Did you throw it away or you still got it?
Well, we were also thanking you for your contribution
Yes.
to the flying, but we were giving you crap about not seeing our T-45.
Somebody went all the way back to the T-45 video to find out what kind of pin I was using. And that came up whether you still had that airplane or not. So kick in. Yes or no?
Look at my newest slot car edition, too. Ooh, wait. Anybody know what this one is? McFly up there. It's great. And the flux capacitor actually lights up in it. All the headlights work. I love it. I don't know if you can read the...
Focus.
Yeah.
Focus.
This is not easy.
There you go.
It's a Mustang. Good.
Focus.
Breckenroy.
Trying.
Pilot Ryan Media. Did you get to fly the Corsair today? Somebody
Well,
wants to
it
know
says
about
out of
that.
time on the license plate. I can't get it to focus. But it's the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
I think they're all seeing it now.
And it's funny, it actually came with, where'd it go?
Everything's out of focus now.
He, Ryan says, I still got it. I put up the Maiden if I can find it.
And when you hit 88 miles an hour, you got to be able to hit the hook.
Oh, really?
It came with a little hook, yeah. One of the guys at the slot car track was like, I'm going to hang a little wire across there. We're going to run it around there. But yeah, anyway, I know you guys aren't all into the slot cars with me, but you know, there's a lot of people that have really enjoyed our slot car videos. I've got a lot of comments on them. And we've got some new stuff. Now, this isn't digital. This is analog, but I have a new part that we're going to be reviewing for the track that lets us allow to use analog cars on a digital circuit. So that's coming very soon. It is called Slot Tracks. No, Slot Tech. I can't remember. I have to go look. And I think I'm hitting this the wrong way. There it is. I have to go look again, but Tech Slots. There we go. Tech Slots. So that will be coming soon. But anyway, I was super happy with my Back to the Future car purchase. I thought you would get a kick out of that, Dan. I mean, it's actually like,
Oh, it's a really neat looking car.
and the little flux capacitor lights up inside of it when it's going around the track.
Marty
and-
McFly is actually in the
Right,
car.
Marty McFly's in it. It's a Scalextrics car. I've been very, very happy with all the Scalextrics cars I've got. They're very detailed. It looks good just sitting on a shelf. It's got Back to the Future engraved in it. And
There you go.
They're nice little cars.
So, anybody that's come in late, we're going to tell you that this is our last show
Right.
because Lori is taking a break and going to her home in Texas
Not our last show ever or nothing,
No,
guys.
no,
This
it's
is our last show for December.
until
For the
Lori
year.
returns. She will be gone for some 4 weeks. And just so that you know why we will not be
Right.
on the channel on Sunday nights. That's not to say we won't be busy. We're going to be catching up on a lot of projects that we've already discussed. We won't go through that again, but hopefully when we get back and get Lori back, we'll have a lot of stuff we really want to get done. We want to really get it out there to you, the HE 111 and all that stuff we've been promising you. And, of course, we're gonna run into the holidays too, which I've already got to put up Christmas lights. Maybe.
Nathan pulling, yes, you can put a digital board in it. And if you run, not to go too down the slot car thing right now, I saw you had some questions on the DeLorean. You can put a Scalextric digital chip. It's got a plug-and-play chip that can go in the bottom of it. If you want to run it on Carrera, you will have to do a solder-in chip to run that on a Carrera track.
And Paul McNeil wants to know how much the slot car is.
The little DeLorean is, I think, $49 on Amazon. It's on eBay, a bunch of different places. If you'll just type in Scalextric, which is spelled like this.
So, okay, so I take it that George gave us a place to do this. I'm trying to, Lori,
Papa, it's been almost a year
Did you
since
see
I
it?
ordered
Scalextric.
one of the cowlings.
so I take it's just a cowling and I paint it. I remember some people doing that before. Is that correct, George? That they're just the cowlings and I have to paint them myself, I think? Fiberglass.
Fiberglass Specialties, the
Yeah.
model aircraft parts.
There we go. Look at George.
Look out, George.
There's always.
Dad's looking for a pen and I don't got one around me.
No, where,
Lori, write it down for him.
I'll go, yeah, Lori, you got a pen, write that down.
I've got a pen.
But yeah, guys, we
Don't
still have
bother
slot car
George.
stuff coming.
That's gonna make
Oh.
my life so simple.
I'd
I'd rather paint than fiberglass. Thank you.
let me turn this a little bit. I'm not on the screen.
Well, they only want.
They don't care about me. You're all the talent.
So, yeah, boy, I knew somebody out there would know where to go find these. And I hope if they don't make them anymore, I understand, but that's at least a shot in the dark. And I probably would not have ever found that if I tried. I do
So-
remember that back in the day that there was people that would make out of production parts just for this situation, but it's been so long, I forgot who they were or where they are.
So on the slot car stuff, guys, we do still have some new slot car content coming. For one thing, I've got about 30 new cars. What?
30?
I got a lot. I don't
I
know.
don't know about 30.
I don't know if it's 30,
You
but
have
there's,
quite a few though, just because you've heard.
there's a solid.
Don't you understand when you got that many, you don't need any more?
No,
It's kind
you
of like
do.
airplanes. You
It's
don't
like
need
an
any more.
airplane.
If you got 30 airplanes, you don't need any more.
I don't know. I got this many.
He's in there. I guess he's gonna come in here with a whole armload of them.
Uh, no, he's gonna come in with his custom-made case that he just recently.
Oh,
I'm so proud of
custom-made
myself for this.
case. All right. Oh God. He's got a guitar case.
No, it's a gun case.
It's a gun case, actually. This is when you know you're serious about your slot car
Get
collection.
this out of the way. Nobody wants to watch this ugly ass airplane.
Oops.
Oh,
What was that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't do it.
Move the drinks so they don't get spilled.
There you go. We aren't showing them all my cars tonight. We can, I guess. We're not going to be here for a month, so. We need a light to turn on. I haven't got that spot out yet for that one. This is so when I go to the club in Lakeland.
I don't
The
have
club.
Top Shot.
Huh?
I don't have Top Shot right now.
Yeah, I go to the slot car club every Monday. Somebody never comes with me, though.
I got too many hobbies and
No! You gotta make that noise every time you open it. Yeah, there's my car.
That's not 30.
I don't know, it's a lot.
10, 12, 14, 16, 17,
No, the semi truck's not in there right now either.
18.
Actually-
He doesn't have 30, he's got 18.
18. It ain't as bad as it thought, but.
You should have turned it around so everybody else could see.
Oh, sorry, hang on. Ugh. I'm gonna end up dropping them and breaking them.
One of these days he's going to find my old slot car somewhere.
Yeah, there's my slot car collection currently as it sits, guys. But I like keeping them in here, they stay safe. And then I take them to the club on Monday nights and we race them. And I have a car for every class is what I was trying to do with this. So that when I'm there I don't have to borrow anything. That was my goal. I didn't want to have to borrow a car when I go. So that's a lot
What is this?
It's a long drive just for silly slot cars.
It is a long drive. What?
I said, what is this?
Yeah, Mr. Wilson.
No.
Yeah, Wilson.
it's- The guy from Tool Time.
Yeah, that's
That's
Wilson.
one.
What's his
That wasn't
name?
what I was thinking about though. It was a World War II thing.
Oh, I guess I don't know.
Somebody was here. Kilroy was here.
I have more cars, but there's
I must be old.
there's two more cars, but I think they're in there right now. The Porsche's not in here, and then I've got a semi truck now too. But yeah, I mean, you know, I've got a bunch of other cars too. But you know, eventually we're gonna review all these. Like there's an old Camaro or Corvette, sorry. I don't know what they haven't seen yet. There's a Camaro.
How many does Mike Rowe have?
Oh God, walls. It looks like airplanes for him.
He said 3,000. He thought.
A lot. Those guys got to go over to the track with us. They were like, "Oh my God."
Well, Wes said to put it in perspective, take this wall,
Yeah, to put it in
fill it
perspective,
full of slot car
take that wall and go
boxes,
floor to ceiling with slot car boxes. 3D.
and then like double or triple it because they're like
Right.
stacked on top of
Yeah.
each other.
Wherever that little box was of the DeLorean, take that and go floor to ceiling with those, and you know how many he has.
There's a lot of money been spent. Somebody already gets it.
Yeah, some slot cars, you know. This is my micro special. He made this for me. It's funny, the guy that runs the slot car club, he said, remember my name, I'm Micro from Dirty Jobs when I walked in. Because that's his name, he's Micro. But he made this one, custom built it for me. So that's a fun one. Anyway, I mean, we got a bunch of them. And they only get better every week.
Give me that piece back. Let me have
The
that.
Brute.
Forget it. Thank you.
Anyway, slot cars everywhere. I know that most of our guys that are in the live show though are airplane guys, and so not to drive you too crazy with my slot cars, but that's what I've got currently going on. I go over there every Monday night to that club, and we have a good time. So if you're in Lakeland, Florida on a Monday night, give me a ring on Facebook, and we can go slot car racing.
I don't go because he comes back home at 12 o'clock.
The one bad thing about the slot car racing, I did it again, Lori. I'm sorry. Yeah,
This is why they can't have the live show without me.
this is why we can't do this without her.
Guys.
But yeah, if I could bring the airplane back over here.
That's
Whatever.
fine. We don't need it.
Yeah, I go every Monday night, and Dad hasn't gone with me just because I don't get home normally until about 11 o'clock, and by the time he drove to his house, it'd be midnight. So he doesn't usually go slot car racing with
I'm
me.
old.
Although they do have a race coming up on a Saturday, which I want you to try and go to that one with me. So
I
We'll
beat
see.
y'all.
I don't know. It's a lot harder than I thought it would be. That's the really funny thing about the whole deal. Whenever I started looking at them, I said, "How hard can it be? Pull the trigger and go." It's not. Yes, it is, but there's a lot more finesse to it. The guys there were kicking my butt, but I mean, when I took Dennis Farley, it was amazing. Just in the 5 or 6 weeks that I've been going, how much faster I had already gotten than the new people. Because Vance and Mitchell and Dennis and Jerry were all there with us. And those guys were all pretty much stopping on the same lap, pretty close times. And I was like 3 laps ahead of them now. And I'm not saying that because I'm the best driver ever. It's literally because I had been doing it for like 5 or 6 weeks, and it's amazing how much faster you get around that track as you learn the turns. And I'm still 2 laps behind the guys that go every week because they're still that much faster than me.
Well, you need to cheat.
Right.
Back in the old days when we did slot, you started messing with gears and stuff.
Well, so the goal at the club we go to down there, they try and keep the cars as even as possible. And that keeps the racing better. Now, there are different clubs around here where if you go to a club where everybody's trying to make the fastest car, you're right. They can do it that way. But they really try and keep... Vance, I'm sorry. I didn't know I hadn't accepted you.
He probably thinks your name is Lance.
That's
That's
we
right.
were-
You
we
know,
were
if you
making all
change
sorts
your
of
name
jokes
to what did I keep calling it? Zant. Yeah, it's probably because your name's not Zant on Facebook. Is why I haven't accepted him. Oh look,
Dennis said he really doesn't like you.
Mike Rowe sent me an invite to the slot car races tomorrow night. That's weird. I don't see his friend request. I was gonna do it right now, but I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Friend requests. I don't see him.
Oh, you know something? I
don't have one.
I didn't actually buy this Hanger 9 Otter. I actually traded for it, and I almost
Oh, Wendell.
didn't
That's
want
why.
to do it because this
Got it.
person actually got my first Papa Dot plane.
Oh yeah, the T-28. It got
It got traded.
It got traded, and it was the first one. It said Papa Dot #1. The man don't even know what a work of art he has.
Yeah. But I also traded him a Flightline Tiger Cat.
Yeah, and he got a Flightline Tiger Cat too.
But that could.
Yeah, they have.
I was trying to remember who got number 2. It has to be. I think the second one I did was for.
Dennis Farley got one of your low number ones. I don't remember what number it is though. He got that Sea Fury, and that was done at Joe Knoll.
Yeah, but I think.
So that was a pretty low number of your ones that you actually signed.
Yeah, well, I remember putting the numbers in them. But
I don't remember
at
what
first,
number Dennis got, but
But
he got
anyway.
one of them.
I can't believe I did that, but I did. It was.
He
it was
loved
like-
that little
I tell you
T-28.
what, I flew that plane. That
Need
was
to buy
my
a brand new
first.
one.
That was my first plane to really
Well,
get back and enjoy flying. Was that 1.2 E Flight T-28.
Dennis Farley, bad trade, Papa, bad. I
Well,
think he did good. He doesn't fly the Tiger Cat, and he didn't really fly the little T-28 anymore since he got the big one.
my son said, "Dad, let me have that T-28. I want to put it back on the channel." Well, it was over here.
I had
out
messed
of
with
sight,
it.
out of mind. So
Did you miss it? No, I had 30 other airplanes.
well, anyway, I don't know.
And don't let him tell you that I made him trade that airplane. He came back from that fly-in going, man, you know, I sure do like my Otter. And he gets on Facebook, Wes, look at this Otter. I think you need it. It's $300.
You said when we were going down there, you said I seen
I had
that
looked at
plane on Facebook, and I tried to
I did.
tried to buy it from him.
Hmm.
And I thought, well, if you try it, I bet you I can.
That's right.
But it was all the way in Jacksonville. Holy moly!
It was a long drive.
I only had to drive halfway.
That's good.
That was good.
Y'all are both happy parties. That's
We
good.
are. I'm very happy with the trade. I hope the young man is happy with his trade.
Good.
Anyway,
Anyway, well, guys, like we said, over the next few weeks, when we're not,
I'm really sorry for these guys. They're not going to see our pretty faces.
well, they're gonna see it every week. Still, we're gonna be putting
No,
videos
but they're
out.
not going to get to see us live
I know.
in person with
So-
a smiling face.
Although you won't see our smiling, pretty faces on our live show for the next few weeks, we do hope you continue to enjoy and support the Merry Boozers. Like I said, I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday. I know Miss Lori is going to really enjoy the time with her family and getting a little break from us. Who knows? I may still pop in on somebody else's show from time to time. And if I do, I hope you guys can come and hang out with us. I know that the RC Air Marshal is having some really cool fly-ins. Last month, if you would have got in on his virtual fly-in, they've been doing a type of, not really betting, but you can go in and all super chats during the show were going towards the competition. And last month they had a knife edge competition, and the winner of that competition last week got $250. which is a lot of money. So my little butt's gonna go in there and try and win some stuff. Now, as soon as we put the money in there, the gloves are off. I'm coming for the kill now. So, but I think this week it's Rolling Harriers, and I suck at that. So,
Air Marshal wants you to come in for some guest spots.
maybe not on this live show. We'll try to squeeze Wes in on some guest spots. Yeah, I know, Air Marshal. We had mentioned it. I think that this is his. I think tomorrow night is his night that he does the virtual fly-in, which I need to get Dad set up on his home computer to come on there and play with you guys. It wouldn't be that hard for me to set him up. All I gotta do is get on Real Flight and play with everybody.
I don't have one.
I can get you. That's not a problem.
That's all I need is something.
Not a problem. We can make it happen where Dad could have some
Uh,
Papa Boozer flying
What
on
was I
there.
gonna say? Oh, I remember what Dennis and all of them said when they looked at this room and go,
Yeah.
I thought this was a lot bigger
Dennis
than
and
this
everybody
is."
walked in and
Oh
went,
my God.
it's small, it's tiny compared to what. Yeah, and then Dave saw that room and I said, that's where we started at. You remember? When you watched that old live show where we were Papa Dot and that plane for Ryan, that was in the broom closet over there that's all the airplanes are in.
Yeah.
He went, oh my God.
Yeah, there's two,
There's doors right
Doors.
behind where the camera is right now that we're looking at, and that used to be the RC airplane room, but it was so small we couldn't hardly fit it there.
now
Okay,
it's-
the virtual fly-in isn't tomorrow, it's next week, December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day.
Hey.
There we go.
There you go. After we do a homage to Pearl Harbor, we'll be doing some flying. Are we all flying zeros that week? Pearl Harbor week.
Too soon?
Too soon? Sorry.
P40s and
P40s and zeros.
zeros. And there was another one that they flew. I can't remember. what
PBY
it
Catalina was there too.
was. Brewster Buffalo.
I don't know of anybody that makes an RC Brewster Buffalo. Well, yes, Hobby King has one.
They did. There was one.
That's still out. You can still buy it. It's little bitty. It's like this big. It's a hand tosser.
Ugly plane.
Well, it's a hand tosser.
And it was fodder for a zero.
Yeah.
Asked them at Wake Island.
Supposedly the Hobby King one flies pretty good,
Yeah. If you
but
wanna
it's
fly-
about the size of that Mustang.
If you want to fly an ugly plane, okay, go ahead.
Wildcat was after the Buffalo. But
Well, I guess I've said all I can say.
me too. So guys, like I said, we're gonna be away for a few weeks from the live shows. I hope you guys continue to come watch the regular Boozer Show episodes that we put out every week. We're gonna be working hard to try and we're gonna try and make sure there's one every week while Lori's gone, and then when we get back, we'll do some more videos and live shows and all that good stuff.
I
So.
know too that Papa put out that she can get out. I mean, everybody just eats those Papa videos up.
I'm gonna try my hardest to get those edited.
So you're gonna try. That's a lot of editing. That's like an hour and a half
I mean,
show.
I've got.
We'll
You
see.
can't believe what I got coming.
That's right.
It's great. It's wonderful.
We'll see. Who knows? But yeah, guys, we're gonna let y'all go. Like I said,
Yep.
thank you. We do appreciate everything you've done for us, and we hope everybody has a very blessed and great holiday. So get out there and fly with your friends, unless you live in the Arctic North, and then get on the RC simulator on a Monday night with the RC Air Marshal and come fly with us there, and get out there and maybe build a balsa plane. So
Yeah. Stay safe during the holidays, guys, and we will be back.
Yep.
And hopefully with bigger and better.
Yep.
No, we've made it through another year almost, and
I got airplanes coming out of my nose, although the Farleys helped me with it.
but
They took a whole carload home.
guys. We are just so blessed to be what we're doing. We hope that comes across to you, and I hope you enjoy RC as much as Wesley and I do. I believe all of you do. You wouldn't be sitting here in here, and I think you understand the joy of the RC world. So, I mean, keep doing it, guys. That's what old Papa's going to do, because he's having a great time doing it.
See y'all until next time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Adios, guys.
Adios.